Yes, the introductions have already been made. I was here last June. I was talking about the fact that we are issuing licenses in Botswana in the month of July and August, and indeed we issued those licenses. Now I'm talking about issues relating to now the regulation. I remember I was in some panel and I said, I'm entering the online iGaming space. I'm entering the lion's den. I don't know what is going to happen. That is the issue that we are facing now in Botswana. It was nice. We thought, let's issue licenses, we'll offer an alternative so that the populace can play in licensed operators in Botswana because we're losing well over 10 billion pula going offshore. So I said to the government, some of you attended the IAGRA that was officially opened by the president. I said, we'll now be issuing out licenses. Yes, licenses were issued. Wow, nice. All the launches. The chairman has been doing all the launches every month. Now we are having an issue. There is a risk. There's issues around AML. There's issues around cyber security. So basically, this is what I will be talking to or touching on. Oh, I forgot there was a screen here. I shouldn't even have brought this iPad so that I can just walk around. I believe you can all hear me. I've got a very, very loud voice. So I'll just give you an introduction on what we do as the gambling regulator in Botswana. Like any other regulator, we issue licenses. I had my counterpart from Cameroon said, the role of a regulator is to regulate, not run after the revenues. Now we are running after the revenues. Then Bashir said, no, these people are running businesses. Let's not over-regulate them. So we've been talking about the harmonization, the collaboration. So it's very, very, thank you very much. So it's very, very important that all these things is done. Yes, at the end of the day, the government want taxes to be paid. We need to grow the industry. We need to create employment. That is why some of us did the licensing. So these are some of the key regulatory acts that we comply to. We have the Gambling Act of 2012, which is accompanied by its regulations of 2016. We are relatively a new regulator. We started in 2016, but casinos have always been in existence for over 50 or 60 years. Because when I read somewhere, I noted that in 1962, there was an act talking about gambling in Botswana. We have the FIA Act. This is the Financial Intelligence Act. We use it as a supervisory entity to ensure that we address issues around AML. Then we have the data protection, which I believe is something that is happening in almost any other countries as punters and players share their emails across. These are some of the products that we have. Like I said, private lotteries since 1962, casinos. 1971, we have what we call promotional competitions, your bettings. We started in 2024. Limited payout machines, the small slot machines you'll find in lodges and bars. We introduced what we call SMS, virtual digital competitions. Then one of the service providers asked me yesterday whether we have B2B licenses. I said, yes, we register all suppliers in industry, and that one doesn't even take long. And we're actually looking for more service providers to register in Botswana. Yes, we've been talking about the sports betting, the global figures. This is according to the business research company. I know NG brought her figures. I'm bringing my figures, but mine I'm getting from the business research company. We need to have a database where all is stored. We keep saying that the illegal market is 2/3 of the regulated. So these are some of the things we need to exchange information. So this is it in terms of this global sporting. Okay, this is a synopsis of South Africa. I know one of my colleagues from South Africa did talk about that. South Africa is neighboring Botswana. Their betting is 66% of the industry market at 761 billion in terms of South African rands. I thought maybe I should just show that one. Casinos remain stronger. You know, people go to casinos for social reasons. I always tell my friend, this one is not, oh. Anyway, let me move because of time. I always tell my friends or whoever I present to that people go to casinos for social reasons. Similarly, like last night, we had some event downstairs. We went there for social reasons. It's entertainment. You know, in Botswana, we recently had a new government. I happened to meet the Chief Justice. The Chief Justice stayed at a hotel where there is a casino while they're still refurbishing his house. And he's actually said, Chief Gambler, because they call me Chief Gambler. They go, Chief Gambler, please make sure there are old people that side. And I said, Chief Justice, you are here right now. Where is your mother? You are here. I'm with you here at the hotel bar. Where is your mother? Your mother is bored. We spend a lot of time here. We are here at the workshop right now. The oldies are catching up with each other. It's not like they are addicted. So there's a difference between responsible gambling and problem gambling. I think a colleague from South Africa talked about that. So when you see me entering a bar, don't think I'm a drunkard. Yeah, I think all of you saw me yesterday. I was dancing, but yeah, I am. I haven't run out of memory. So you should get to understand even this industry. The moment there is that stigma, that is where the problem is. These are the 6 that we have launched so far. We have launched Sunbet, we have launched Bet267, PST Bet, Bet Explosion, Bet2B slots. So we issued out 10 bookmaker license or 10 betting license. So far we have launched 6. We still have 1 withdrew. Why? We don't know why they withdrew. So we are yet to launch 3 more. So this is where the launches that the chairman has been cutting all these ribbons. Before I get to the risk, it's so nice, it's been nice cutting all the ribbons, but now there is a risk. So this is the betting population of Botswana according to Eurotech zone is 510,400. Our population, that is a quarter of our population. It's a quarter of our population. We are quite a small population, but Google the GDP per capita. There is so much disposable income in Botswana. You'll get to see the figures. Just look, it's 510. So far, within a period of 4 months, we have captured 365. That is 72%. So we are monitoring this through SEMrush. I've got data analytics who don't sleep, who are always on internet, who are using all these softwares to see. But now because we seem to be stuck at 78 or 72%, we are amending our act. We are amending our act mainly because the gambling age in Botswana is 21. So we believe this gap is the 18 because we've been stuck at 78%. We believe that is why now we are making amendments. We are the only country, I think, in the world where the gambling age is over 21. So we still believe you're 18, 19. That is because we've been stuck. I've been telling my teams, are you sure you are using the right platform? Are you sure? Are you sure that is accurate? Because we are monitoring, we are closing. Once we reach well over 500, we'll be home and dry. But we'll keep monitoring. So these are some of the statistics around the Botswana market. On average, on a monthly, best that are placed is, this is around what, $100 per better per month, $100 US. This is per better per month. Then what we are saying, we have an untapped market of 183 million. Just divide everything by 10. The dollar to the pool, I just divide everything by 10, so it's like 18 million US. Then the total bets and wages that were received just in 1 month were 46 million US. And we are looking at an industry of around 700 million US. Look at that population. You know, it's so funny that when we started licensing and most of the operators started closing. We are going towards elections. Politicians were approaching me that I should stop this licensing because the campaign managers that said their accounts where they've been betting, they cannot access those money. So it was a political issue. I was told, no, just wait. We are going towards elections. And we had a change of government. I think they believe I'm the one who led to the change of government because I closed where they were. They couldn't understand that it's illegal. They said this is betting, it's not gambling. Gambling is casinos. So that has been the narrative back home. So we are looking at a full potential of 7.73, but that is if everything remains constant. But don't forget, it's been 2 full months since they started operating. It's been 2 full months since the first month, I think the wagers and bets were 15 million US dollars. That was in March. Then it went 3 times to 46 million. So I don't know, because there was a Champions League. I know everybody went with Manchester and they lost, whatever. So I'm waiting for the figures. I receive the figures every 10th of every month. So in terms of digital fraud, the risks now in Botswana, according to the TransUnion report of 2024, 72% of digital fraud attempts in the region targeted Botswana. I don't know whether it's issue of internet, being cheaper internet, being in all the villages. So Botswana are just fond of trying things. They are just fond of just trying things. They are provided with free gadgets. Cell phones are cheaper. The internet is cheaper. It's everywhere. So you can see 72% of fraud, digital, happened in Botswana. They like trying. I'll talk to some also stats around SEMrush later on. Because what happened at one point, before we even licensed, Botswana was number 4 out of a survey that was done on 6 million visits to Betway. Botswana was number 4, number 1 in Africa. That's why we said, let's issue a license, let's provide an alternative. So of these 72%, 5 were successful, while 23 were blocked or were not successful. You can see Botswana is ranked 2nd globally. We just like checking things. I don't know what is wrong with us. We keep trying and trying, whether it's Forex that are leading. We like, you see, 2nd after the USA. So Botswana is one place, Charles, that you'll never get to understand. Even me as the CEO of the gambling industry, I don't even understand. I don't know what is happening. So that is it. Every time I go to a petrol station, I go to a supermarket, can you help me with this thing? How do I bet? I don't even know. Mine was to issue licenses. So it's just a problem. So these are just some of those digital frauds that I was talking to. Everything's talking to gaming. Your video gaming at 11.4%, online gaming, your poker, etc. So these are just some of the digital frauds. Then this is just to show in Africa, Botswana is sitting at 12.5%. Above everyone else. We are 2nd after the US. I don't know. I think a lot of research needs to be done. Currently, we have commissioned a study just to understand why they like online gambling or online betting. This one I just talked to. So these are just some of the risks. Loss of funds, issues around being scammed, issues around debt accumulation. It happens quite a lot in Botswana. We are always hearing on radio. So currently we are working with the cyber crime unit of the Botswana police just to see how best we can deal with. Of recent, a team of my IT experts, they traveled to the UKs. We have an MOU with the UK Gambling Authority. They were being trained around dealing with issues of cyber crime. These are just some of the statistics. We do that through SEMrush. So currently, like I said, we are at 71%. We have captured 71% of the market. So we are saying, where is the other 29%? But we are suspecting is the 18th, 19th, 20th. So these are some of the popular legal sites. So do 1xBet, you are part of them. There is Forza. We have closed Forza. The day we closed Forza, they generated Forza 1. So David, where is David Much? Oh, I said we are going to license, it's going to be nice. The day we closed it, the next day they had Forza 1. Bet 365, we managed to close through the assistance of the UK Gambling Commission because they're licensed in the UK. They wouldn't want to lose their license. The other troublemakers, Bet Winners, Triple Eight Sports, Lion Bet, Bet Power, but not your Bet Power, is the other one. So basically what we are saying is that we need to collaborate. Regulators, we need to collaborate, and also the operators, you need to help us. Like it's always said that 2/3 is illegal. So we are only eating 1/3. So help us, operators. Let's ensure that everything is done properly. In Botswana, if you bet or gamble under 21, we call it illegal. So these are some of the issues we are facing. You can see the Forza traffic. So this is SEMrush. We monitor this on a daily. That's why we are able to see that we have captured 71. But we are still wondering where is the other 29. So these are just some of the issues regarding cybersecurity threats, identity theft. So these are just some of the things, issues around phishing. So these are basically the issues that we are facing now. And I hope in the next couple of days I'll get answers to this. I don't have answers. I thought the answers was to issue licenses. So this industry evolves. So issues around money laundering is quite high in this sector. There's also issues of problem. Sorry. There's also issues of problem gamblers. We have what we call a self-help portal back home. Once in a while, we post in our social media to report illegal gambling, to report underage gambling, to report this. Please put it here. You know what they do to our page, what they respond? They say, we don't do that in Botswana. We share money equally. We are not going to report anyone. We eat together. You see? And they keep saying, can you just go and regulate casinos? This is not sports betting. I don't know why you are coming with all your colonial laws. That's what they say. You should follow the Botswana Gambling Authority page. It's so funny. You know, but you are having issues of problem gambling now online. For the land-based, I'd say we have done very well. That's why we won an award here last year. I don't think I'll get an award this time around. It's difficult because I'm online. I should have just stayed land-based. So issues of crypto assets that I believe you are all aware of. Issue of sports betting integrity. You know, I happen to be the chairperson or the chairman of the Botswana Premier League as well. So a week back, we were awarding trophies. It was prize games. So I was just talking to a few players. I hope you are not betting. You know, because there's been quite a lot of complaint that they'll just bet on the games because it's a new thing. So currently we are working with the International Betting Integrity Association to help the Football Association ensure that there are policies. We are also working with the Football Union of Botswana. So there's issues of match fixing. I've talked about insider information, abuse, issues of AI regulatory gaps. That is why I'm saying by Friday I should be having answers to this. I don't have answers. So this is the risk-based approach that we use at the Gambling Authorities. More risk management. We have covert intelligence. I have employees who penetrate all these WhatsApp groups, who bought like 10 gadgets. I just bought them gadget, you don't sleep. At 1 a.m., if I find something on Facebook, I call them, what is this? Can we ensure that the communication regulator has closed this by morning? So basically, that is what we are doing, enforcement. That is where we are. We haven't even done a full year cycle, but we're already having some sleepless night. We are doing a lot in terms of surveillance. We'll be looking out for system to actually help, because we need systems to help detect some of these illegals. You know, in Botswana it's so funny. Botswana, there are people who talk quite a lot. They'll tell you. They'll tell you so and so and so is doing this. There are lots of informants in. It's a small population. We all know each other. We are all related. So they'll tell you. They'll tell you that no, that gentleman is one expert agent. Then I just call him, come, let's work nicely. You see? Then there are issues that are I talked about the data protection, issues around ethics. So this is how we've been attempting to address this emerging digital risk in the digital gambling. Issues of, someone talked about localization in terms of the games, cybersecurity checks. It's mandatory that if you operate in Botswana, you have to be doing some of these things. You have to do a penetration test, share with us the reports. We do on-site compliance checks. And it's also mandatory that before you start operating, your employees are trained on responsible gambling. We ensure that the use of secure digital payment technologies. I remember I was talking to one operator yesterday. They are quite aware of what we use, MyZaka, your mobile money. Wallets, we are not yet at a Visa level. The next slide is quite interesting in the sense that you find there, hello, dear agent. We have noticed a decrease in deposit in your country. Could you please share the situation on your side and the main difficulties you are facing in your work? This is now the Botswana informant. You know, they'll just share this with me. Said regulators, sports betting platform are taking over, and the Gambling Authority is going after agents. So and so is labeled as illegal platform in Botswana. That is why. You know, at one point, when we are failing on this, I convinced my boss that those that have been agents, I'll rather pay them out of the gambling levy, while we are still trying to assist them to be agents of those licenses. I took those agents, they presented the board, this is how we've been doing, so we took them. Now you see, one operator is saying, the deposits have gone down. I'm at 72%. I need a round of applause. So it's very, very important. We find it total in our act that, but how do you, they've been in business, they've been agents. And we ensure that those that have been given licenses, they incorporate them. Some of them that are called bad influencers, because the moment they are frustrated because they've been making money, they'll find a way to go to the illegals. So it's very, very important that we work, whether it's an agent, whether we're doing it illegal, we just call them, can you just explain to us your business, the way you've been operating? Let's see how best we can work together. So this is the enforcement process, the way we've been doing it. There's transaction limits, all these other things. We work with Botswana Regulatory Communication Authority. You know, our MOU with the UK Gambling Commission has been really, really working. I know I've been helping ARSO with Weldon to talk to the UK Gambling Authority. deal with those that are licensed in the country. So basically, this is how we kept customer deposit. We also considerate of issues of AML. So we have a fully fledged unit that is dealing with AML, and one of the officers in the Gambling Authority is a deputy chairperson of the National Risk Assessment Committee. That committee is chaired by a judge in Botswana. That committee reports to the office of the president. So this is what we are doing as the Gambling Authority to ensure that we are represented at this high level. That's why I sit in all these African boards. It really helps. So this is when we talk about consumer protection, our focus is issues of addiction, unfair practices, consumer protection measures. We expect those that operate, especially online, to have AI monitoring tools, whatever tool they call it, so that they can monitor player betting patterns. Whether they are overdoing, like I said when you left, I said last year I won an award, it's called Moana, a responsible mother here. Now I've been telling them I don't think I'll get anything this because now I'm online. Now I should have just stayed on the land-based. Because the land-based makes 5 billion for me. At times we just like developments, David. I don't know why. So the other thing that we have done is that we have realized that there's a lot of complaints coming from the consumers. They'll tell you that this site is not the same as the .com because now it's a .co.bw. Now we have to engage those such as from GLI to come and test because they say we've been betting for the past 10 years. What you brought us is fake gambling authority. Can we just go there? We want that one. We want to do it in dollars, not in pullers. So this is some of the issues. So what we have done is that we have developed a standard customer complaint framework for all those that are licensed, such that each and every one has that framework. So we deal with all this. I think now, yes, these are some of the next steps. We should work together as regulators. Issues of data sharing is very, very important. We've been talking about standards. We are developing our own Botswana standard, but is it necessary? That is the conversation. But is it necessary? The standard exists. Are we not now focusing on the wrong things? We want to develop our own standards. Why don't we just adopt similar standard across? Because the very same applicants in Botswana, the very same applicants who are going to go to Namibia, Kenya. So everything, we are making it quite difficult. I like what my colleague Bashir always say, that we tend to over-regulate. I'm asking the board, but is it necessary to do our own standard? We operate in a global world. We need to adopt AI tools for real-time fraud detection. The most important thing, which is the last one, is collaboration with law enforcement and security agencies. You know, it's very, very important to even train your police, to even train your cyber security unit. When my team traveled to the UK last month, I engaged with the commissioner. The next training, I would like for the police to go for training with the Gambling Authority staff. So that stigma, they'll just think everything is just crime, while in actual fact, this person, they have been licensed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. That is the end of my presentation.